Hi, good evening. This is Seow here. Today I will be doing a particular question for primary 5 that covers fractions. Let's read the question together. It says, at a drama performance, 3/5 of the people were adults. 2/3 of the children were boys. There were 100 more adults than boys at the concert. A. What fraction of the people at the performance were boys? B. Some boys left the performance before it ended. 1/6 of the remaining people at the performance were boys. How many boys left before it ended? Now let's try to see what method we might use to solve this particular question. Now, if you were to take a look at the first sentence, talk about 3/5 of the people being adults. Here we could say that because as a whole, adults and non-adults make up everyone, right? That will be one whole. If 3/5 were adults, that means we can say that non-adults, which means children, would be 2/5. Okay, so we start off by drawing a model. Okay, so this is the model representing everyone, and because 3/5 of the people were adults, we know from the denominator 5 that there are 5 units of people altogether. So I'm going to draw 5 units and mark out 3 as adults. Adults I will put as A. Now the remaining 2/5 would belong to children, so I will mark out as C. Next sentence, 2/3 of the children were boys. So we could take a look and see, out of the 2 units, 2/3 of them were boys. Now how are we going to split 2 units such that we are able to find 2/3 of it? We have 2 units here, 1 and 2, yet we need to have 3 parts being divided. So let's see, with 2 units here and 3 units there, let's consider the common multiple of 2 and 3. So common multiple of 2 and 3 would be 6. Let's split the units of children up into 6. So for each big unit that we have for children, I'm going to split into 3 smaller units. Okay, so now from here, I have 6 smaller units. Looks like I can divide this into thirds. So this would be 1/3 of the children. This would be 2/3 of the children. And this would make up boys. I'm going to put down 4U. What about the remaining 2 units of children? This would definitely be girls. Okay, so now we have 4 units of boys, 2 units of girls. How about adults then? You realize that the units for adults are different from the size of the unit of children. So what we can do is, since one big unit of children is divided into 3 smaller units, we will do the same for adults. So here I am splitting up the units such that all the units now are of the same size. Okay, adults, we have 9 units in all. So I'm going to put down 9U together with A. Let's bring in the next sentence. There were 100 more adults than boys at the concert. Okay, let's make a comparison. Adults, there are 9 units. Boys, there are 4 units. If there are 100 more adults than boys at the concert, that means we need to take the difference between adults and boys, and that would be 100. So the difference in terms of units will be 9U minus 4U, which is 5U, and this is 100. So we could say that 5 units of people is 100. 1 unit will be 100 divided by 5, which is 20. Okay, we got a one U already. Let's take a look and see what A asks for. What fraction of the people at the performance were boys? Okay, now boys take up 4 units. How about people? How many units did that take up? People would have 9 units of adults, 4 units of boys, and 2 units of girls. Okay. Adding up everything, we will have 15 units. So fraction of people at the performance that were boys would mean boys out of total number of people. In terms of units, 4U out of 15U. So that gives us 4 out of 15. That's the answer for A. Now, how about B? Let's take a look. Some boys left the performance before it ended. 1/6 of the remaining people at the performance were boys. If boys left the performance, that means we can conclude that since there are no mention of girls and adults leaving the concert, therefore the number of girls and adults remain the same. Okay, if we can find the number of girls and adults who attended the concert, that would be 5 out of 6 of the remaining people. So I'm going to put down a little note. This would be 5 out of 6 of the remaining people. Now, how do I get the fraction 5 out of 6? You see, if at the end of the day, 1/6 of the remaining people are boys, that means the remaining 5/6 would be girls plus adults. Okay, so let's find number of girls and adults. Based on the model, girls, there are 2 units. Adults, 9 units. So the number of girls and adults make up 11U, which is 11 multiplied by 1U, which is 20. Okay, so actually this is key. This is key to solving the question. Yeah. Okay, so 11 times 20, and the 20 is from the value of 1U. Okay. So 11 times 20, 220. Okay, so this would actually be referred to as 5/6 of the remaining people. Yeah. Okay. So since 5 out of 6 of the remaining people were girls and adults, let's draw this so that you are able to picture it visually. Okay, at the end, we have 6 units of people. Okay, 5 out of 6 will be girls plus adults. 5 out of 6. That means this one will be the number of boys in the end. Now, if girls plus adult is 220, that's 5 units. 220, 1 unit will be 220 divided by 5, and that would give us 44. Okay, that's the number of boys in the end. How many boys left before it ended? How many boys at first? Now let's take a look. We backtrack. Boys at first. We got it here. Okay, so let's work out the number of boys at first. So if 1 unit is equals to 20, remember this part? Okay, so 4 units will be 4 times 20. So this means that at the very first part of the concert, there are 80 boys. So boys at first, that's 80. This 44 refers to boys in the end. So now we have these two values. Let's find the number of boys who left. So the number of boys who left would be the difference between these numbers. So boys who left would be 80 minus 44, and that would give you 36. So that's the answer for B. Hopefully you are able to understand how this question is worked out. I thought it's quite a tricky one for a P5 paper. Well, it came out anyway, so hope it was a good learning for you as it did to me. All right, thank you for your time, everybody. Bye.